The prevention of the recruitment and use of children as soldiers is a key security concern because when we have children who are being recruited and used as soldiers around the world, what we see is an increase in violence, and we see that conflicts become more difficult to address. They are also having long-lasting, generational-long consequences that we all have to pick up the pieces afterwards. And so for us, it's a key security concern because every conflict that you would look at in the world right now currently has the recruitment and use of children in one form or another. And it's essential, if we're going to find a way to end those conflicts, that we also make it a priority to end the recruitment and use of children.
What does numbers say about this particular concern of child soldiers?
So in terms of the numbers, there's varying understandings of what that means. Nobody has a really good global estimate on the exact number of child soldiers that exist in the world. But what we do know is that we have situations around the world where multiple actors are recruiting and using children. So, for example, we know through the UN SRSG report on children in armed conflict that there are 51 non-state actors who currently recruit and use children, and another 7 state armed forces that currently recruit and use children. So that's significant. The numbers are in the hundreds of thousands that we have seen estimated before, but it's very hard to know because there are peaks and valleys in terms of recruitment and use of children depending on the severity of the conflict and the regions that they may be in, etc.
We know Dallaire Institute for Child Soldiers has been in place for some time now. Do we know exactly what the institute has been doing, especially here in Rwanda?
Yes, we've been initiating our work as far back as 2012 into 2013, where we started to conduct training of peacekeepers who were Rwandan going into various peacekeeping missions. And then at that time, into 2013, 2014, we began the discussions on memorandums of understanding between ourselves and the Rwandan Defense Forces, and talking through what training partnerships could look like for us to work with the forces to help build their capacity to interact with children that they would encounter on those peacekeeping missions, that would help build their capacity. This has also meant that in 2017, we worked with the Rwandan government to also get them to endorse the Vancouver Principles on peacekeeping and the prevention of the recruitment and use of child soldiers. And Rwanda was the first African nation to endorse those principles, which come out of the Kigali Principles that were previous to the Vancouver Principles.
We also understand there is an existing African Center for Excellence for Children, Peace and Security. How is the Dallaire Institute linked to this continental security body?
So this is a partnership that we have been creating between ourselves and the Rwandan government, and the African Center of Excellence comes out of the movements from the MOU that we've had, as well as the work that we've been doing with training defense forces. We have now also started to do training with the Rwandan police also. And we're looking at partnerships with academic institutions in Rwanda, as well as the Rwanda Peace Academy.